My name is Britta Bujak Portinga, and I nominated my husband Roy Portinga for the Distinguished Alumnus Award. We are thrilled that he was chosen. I would like to introduce Roy by mentioning some of his accomplishments and interesting facts. Roy grew up in East Muskegon, the youngest of 5 children. His mother was a 3rd grade teacher, and his father worked at Continental Motors. After graduating from Western Michigan Christian High School, he attended and graduated from Muskegon Community College. He describes his years at MCC as where he received the best education and where he had the most influential teachers of his life. Next, he graduated from the University of Michigan with high distinction and later received his Juris Doctor from Valparaiso University. While attending high school and college, he had a variety of interesting jobs that helped shape his character. A few of his jobs included delivering eggs, cutting celery, working on a tugboat, working 3rd shift at Brunswick, being an orderly in a nursing home, and driving truck across the country. After receiving his undergraduate degree, he taught for the Michigan Department of Corrections at the Maximum Security Prison, Michigan Reformatory in Ionia. His legal work was at the law firm Libner, Van Leuven, Cordering, Evans, Portinga, Slater, PLC, and specialized in representing injured workers in workers' compensation and the disabled in Social Security disability. Roy has published many law-related articles, spoken at many state and national conferences, as well as to the Michigan Senate Workers' Compensation Reform Committee. Professional awards include being rated AV Preeminent by the Martindale-Hubbell, the highest rating given in the areas of integrity and skill. He is a fellow to the Michigan State Bar Foundation, which is limited to 5% of the state bar. He also has been listed in the area of workers' compensation in Michigan Super Lawyers and Rising Stars on several occasions, named a leading lawyer by the Leading Lawyers Network in both compensation and Social Security disability for many years. Roy was inducted into the State Bar of Michigan Workers' Compensation Hall of Fame in 2021. Roy continues to be committed to the Muskegon Community College by being an elected member of the Board of Trustees for over 20 years. He had the honor of being commencement speaker in 1992. He also is currently a governing board member at First Congregational Church of Muskegon and a board member of Jefferson Tower Senior Complex. I need to add that Roy is a fantastic father, husband, grandfather, and guitar player. With that as background, that's one of Roy's favorite statements, I feel that he certainly deserves this honor. I know he will continue to be an advocate for our beloved Muskegon Community College and our community. Congratulations, Roy.
Thank you. Thank you, dear. Thank you, my dear Britta, for nominating me and for that generous introduction. And thank you, MCC, for giving me this award. I cannot overemphasize how honored and appreciative I am. Let me say right off, I know this award was not given to me because I did something big. I didn't. I think this was awarded to me because I tried to contribute in a positive way to my small corner of the world on a day in, day out, persistent basis, steadily. My mom always had a magnet on the fridge that said, "Bloom where you are planted." And for me, that stuck. Speaking of contributing steadily, I believe I learned that from my parents. My father had a 10th grade education from Muskegon High and retired after 33 years as a UAW line worker at Continental Motors here in Muskegon. I remember him leaving work early in the morning, going down the block to Getty Street to catch his ride heading to Continental Motors, lunchbox under his arm. I don't remember him ever missing a day of work. He was steady. My mother was an elementary school teacher at Muskegon Christian. I'm sure she too never missed a day of work. I remember her coming home every day from work at noon to put a roast in the oven so that her 5 children would have a warm meal at night, and always with Jell-O and a pudding dessert. I also remember her singing hymns while doing laundry in the basement at night while I'd be falling asleep. Indeed, I learned steadiness from my parents' examples. I doubt this was much different than from many of the homes that you have come from. My high school years were probably very similar to yours also, confusing. When it came time to graduate, I wasn't sure what to do. I had a chance to play soccer at Wittenberg, one of the few schools that had soccer way back then. But even with some scholarship money, my parents could not afford the rest of that tuition. Also, during my prospective first year of college, I was going to turn from 17 to 18 and wonderfully receive my Vietnam lottery number. Consequently, I wasn't sure I was going to get through the first year of college anyway. Then the Muskegon Rotary Club gave me a full scholarship to my first year at Muskegon Community College. And my parents said I could live at home for nothing if I attended. The decision was a no-brainer. It was one of the best decisions of my life. For 2 years, I sat in classes taught by the best teachers I ever had, regardless of what level of education I've been through. Paul Wistrom taught me how to put my feelings into words, and that somehow helped me start to harness and control feelings and emotions. Mr. Kane and Ms. Hartz took my natural love for nature and helped me better understand the natural world around me. Jerry Ryan did the same thing with geography. I always loved history, but Jack Rice made it come alive. My philosophy instructors and a world religion adjunct instructor with a Princeton degree, doctorate in divinity, Dr. Klosterhaus, helped me craft my own better understanding of my God. There were others, Mr. Nielsen, Mr. Young, and on and on. All my teachers had such a positive attitude about life, citizenship, intellectual curiosity, and they had high standards that helped me develop good study skills and some intellectual discipline that I've used throughout my life. They made me able to and want to bloom where I was planted. And by the way, I met my late wife, Ann, in Mr. Young's political science class. Before Ann died of cancer after 27 years of marriage, she was a very successful musician here in town, all starting at MCC. Then I met my dear wife, Britta, and we've already been married 14 years. Britta, too, went to MCC for 2 years, which helped lead to a 36-year career as a physical therapist, which she just retired from on March 1. If I've been successful, I owe so much to Ann and Britta. By the way, my children, Ryan, Eric, Elizabeth, all took classes at MCC. In fact, when I count members of my extended family and the families of Ann and Britta who have attended MCC, I stop counting at 20. And I know the same is true of many of your families. That's the kind of impact MCC has had in this county. MCC was recently rated 19th out of over 1,100 community colleges by a national rating firm. I'm so proud to be an MCC alumnus. So graduates, congratulations on graduating from one of the best community colleges in the nation. I encourage you to take your skills, your new positive, confident attitudes, and contribute to your families, to your communities, and to this world which so desperately needs you. Use your MCC education to steadily bloom where you are planted. Thank you.